Hello student, good morning. I am Mr. Siddiqui. Today I am going to discuss the chemistry of 9th class and the topic is particle nature and their basic unit. Subtopic is law of constant proportion. Subtopic is law of constant proportion. First of all, how we can define the law of constant proportion? First of all, the law was given by Joseph Proust. Joseph Proust was a scientist and the law was given by Joseph Proust. According to Joseph Proust, the given compound always contain same proportion of element by mass or weight. I am going to repeat, the given compound always contain same proportion of element by mass or weight. What may be the source? What may be the source? What may be the source? Mass or weight, it means atomic mass or atomic weight. Okay, so how we can understand this particular concept? For example, if we take the example of water, the formula of water H2O. In H2O, the mass ratio is, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, so 1 into 2 plus atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So the ratio will be 2 into 16. And the simple ratio is 1:8. So the mass ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in water is always 1:8. What may be the source? For example, river water, pond water, sea water. In river water, the formula is H2O. Pond water, the formula is H2O. Sea water, the formula is H2O. So, in river water, the ratio will be 1:8, which is mass ratio, that is atomic mass ratio of hydrogen and oxygen. In pond water, the mass ratio will be 1:8. The mass ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in H2 is always 1:8. In sea water, the mass ratio is 1:8. It means, what may be the source of a particular compound? The atomic ratio of a particular element is always fixed. That is, if we take river water, pond water, sea water, the mass ratio of water in river water, hydrogen, oxygen, the mass ratio is 1:8. In pond water, the mass ratio is again 1:8, and in sea water, the mass ratio is again 1:8. So in this way, we can explain the law of constant proportion, because it does not depend on the source, it only depends on the composition. Okay, so I am going to discuss the question related to law of constant proportion. First question, what is the mass ratio of element? Question number 1, what is the mass ratio of element of the following compound? That is ammonia. The formula of ammonia is NH3. Option 1 is mass ratio 1:3. Option B is the mass ratio is 3:3. Option C, the mass ratio is 14:3, and after option D is the mass ratio is 28:3. What is the mass ratio of element of the following compound? That is ammonia. Compound is ammonia. The mass ratio option are, A option is 1:3, B option is 3:3, C option is 14:3, and D option is 28:3. Okay. So the atomic mass of nitrogen is 14 and atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So here number of hydrogen atom is 3, so it becomes 3. So the ratio will be mass ratio of nitrogen and hydrogen ammonia will be 14:3. Okay, so option is C. So in this way we can easily find out answer by calculating atomic mass of different compound of different element in a particular compound. Okay, next question, which is very important question. A pure sample of ammonia contain, question number 2, a pure sample of ammonia contain 14 gram of nitrogen, 14 gram of nitrogen and 3 gram of hydrogen. 14 gram of nitrogen and 3 gram of hydrogen. A second sample of ammonia contain 28 gram of nitrogen and 6 gram of hydrogen. 6 gram of hydrogen. This is an example of option A, law of conservation of mass. Option B, law of constant proportion. Option C, law of multiple proportion. And option D, none. So a pure sample of ammonia contain 14 gram of nitrogen and 3 gram of hydrogen. A second sample of ammonia contain 28 gram of nitrogen and 6 gram of hydrogen. This is an example of, first option is law of conservation of mass, second option law of constant proportion, third option law of multiple proportion, and D, last option is none. So the answer is B, that is law of constant proportion, because nitrogen in first sample, nitrogen and hydrogen, the ratio is 14:3, simple ratio. In second sample the ratio is 28:6. So if we simplify 2 3 the 6 and 2 14 the 28, so the ratio will be 14:3. So in both the sample the ratio of nitrogen and hydrogen will be same, so it follow law of constant proportion. So the answer is B. Law of constant proportion is also known as law of fixed proportion or law of definite proportion. It is also known as law of fixed proportion or law of definite proportion. So the law of constant proportion is also known as law of fixed proportion or law of definite proportion. Okay. So in this way we can easily understand the law of constant proportion. After that I am going to discuss cation and anion. Cation contain positive charge and anion contain negative charge. For example, Na plus, this is known as sodium ion, and this is known as oxide ion. Sodium ion, the atomic number is 11 and oxygen, the atomic number is 8. It contains one positive charge, so electron will be 11 minus 1, that is 10. It contains two negative charge, so electron will be 8 plus 2, that is equal to 10. So in positively charged species, number of electron reduces, but in negatively charged species, number of electrons increases. Okay, so in this way we can calculate number of electrons in positively charged, that is known as cation, and negatively charged species, that is known as anion. So next question, how many electrons in NH4 plus and N3 minus? This is known as ammonium ion, and this is known as nitride ion. Okay, so how we can calculate? The atomic number of nitrogen is 7 plus atomic number of hydrogen 1 4 minus 1 is equal to 10. So total number of electron is equal to 10. In nitrogen, atomic number 7, 3 negative charge, so 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. So in both the case, number of electron will be 10, same. So it is also known as isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species, because in both the species number of electron will be same. Iso means same, electronic means electron. So in next video I will discuss the mole concept, which is last topic of a particular chapter. Thank you for watching the video.